Time now for a baseball night in New York as we bring in Mark Malusis and Sal Licata. Moose, obviously we don't know what the situation is yet, but that never stops us from speculating. So how worried are you about Conforto?
Well, I mean, I think first off, you don't know. I mean, but if you're going to look at it historically speaking, a guy has an MRI and then is flying back to New York to be evaluated by the Mets team doctor. I mean, historically speaking, that's really never a good sign. I'm not going to tell you that, you look at, draw a comparison, Luis Severino, right? He went through tests down in Florida. All of a sudden, he's back to New York for a cavalcade test. He's undergoing Tommy John surgery. And we know that it has nothing to do with the elbow with Michael Conforto. All right, so, but anytime you're on a plane going back to New York, leaving the spring training after an MRI to be evaluated, I think there's got to be some level of concern with Conforto. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. And look, it's not Pete Alonso. Maybe that's the only saving grace here, obviously Jacob deGrom. But outside of those two, you can make a case that Michael Conforto is the most valuable guy. I mean, we talked about him. Yeah. I've been saying that this is going to be the year he's going to take that next step. I know Harp wrote about it, saying he's going to take that Christian Yelich-like step in his career. We've been waiting for it since 2015, from start to finish of a year. And Conforto, in his own words, knows he hasn't done that yet. So this is, I mean, regardless of how severe it is, it could be really bad or it could be bad. It's not going to be already the type of year you would think you were going to get from Michael Conforto.
I mean, you led me to the next question, because there has been so much optimism all around this team about Michael Conforto putting it all together from start to finish. So now, how much of a red flag is this? Is this now another roller coaster ride for Michael Conforto?
Yeah, and he's been healthy the last couple of years. I get that, but he still hasn't had the complete season. He's had halves of seasons where he looks like an all-star and the next level player. He's had good seasons, just not that next level great season that the Mets have expected from him. To hear this now, that to me would be, again, it's hard to say because we don't know, but it's not a good sign. It is alarming considering the type of player that he is and how important he is to this team.
Well, there's no doubt about it. And Conforto's a guy down the line, if he's going to have a Christian Yelich type of year, is going to want to get paid, as Yelich did from the Milwaukee Brewers, which has been a topic of conversation in terms of, as the Mets, as an organization, franchise, are going to be forward thinking. And when you look at Conforto individually looking to put it all together, the other thing is, even if it's not a severe injury, how hampered is he? How long will it take him to come back? When he comes back, is he going to be, there going to be any kind of an issue where he's 75 or 80% to where you get the full Michael Conforto offensive onslaught?
Side injuries can linger. Now, we don't know what it is, but that's the kind of thing that lingers for a while.
Well, there's no doubt. And certainly it could zap your power. It can zap your when you're trying to drive the ball. So, I mean, those are all things that factor in when you look at Conforto and the importance that he is in that lineup.
Right. It could just be one of those things that drags through for a long period of time. And we've seen that in the past.
And especially now, you talk, let's say it goes into the season, the outfield dates where they really need him. Not a whole lot of depth there for this team.
Well, I mean, I look at the other guys. There really isn't a true center fielder. I know they're going to try to jam Nimmo in there. Left field, they have a bunch of guys who could play left field, but really not one of them is a left fielder. Cespedes would be the one guy, and who knows what we're going to get from him. But that then would mean, let's just say Conforto's out, right? Hypothetical, he's out for a couple of months. Split the baby a little bit. Not out for the year, but he's out for a couple of months. Bad enough. They need Robinson Cano and Yoenis Cespedes to be what they were supposed to be. I'm not counting on that because I'm assuming Conforto's going to have a big year to carry some of that weight.
Right, and even if you take the positive and say he's just out, say they shut him down for a couple weeks, right? And he conceivably is there early part of the regular season. How long does it take him to get himself back into game shape? How long does it take him in order to find that bat? A guy that's been remarkably streaky in his career, does he all of a sudden get off to a cold streak to start the year, and then he's working his way back to what you expect Conforto to be as the season goes along? These are all factors that you think about when you start and you think about him on his way back to New York, and you want to hear what the diagnosis is.
All right.